Good morning, my dear students. We have already seen the introductory part of quadrilateral. So today we'll start with types of quadrilateral. So quadrilateral means quadrilateral means a polygon which has four sides. Yes or no? So four sides, which are the four sides? So there are different types like parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, trapezium. You are already familiar with rectangle and square. You know what is rectangle, what is square. Yes or no? So now let us see about parallelogram. What is parallelogram? So here I have drawn one parallelogram. Already it is discussed in the last class that when we give the names to the vertices, it will be in a cyclic manner. So given the name A, B, C, D. This is a parallelogram. So first theorem is we have to prove, okay, that opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Opposite side means like your AB is equals DC, BC is equals AD. Yes or no? Second is the opposite angles of a parallelogram equal. So opposite angles are what? Angle A is equals angle C, angle D is equals angle B. And third is what we have to prove, that each diagonal bisect, diagonal means two vertices, opposite vertices are joined, make the straight line, that is called the diagonal. So each diagonal bisect a parallelogram into two congruent triangles. This we have to prove. So to prove that, what we will do, so given what you see, ABCD is a parallelogram and it is a parallelogram. So already we have seen what is parallelogram, in which what AB is parallel to DC. Yes or no? In which AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. Already we know that because this is parallelogram. Parallelogram, we know that opposite sides are parallel. Yes or no? So now to prove, what we have to prove, so first is opposite sides are equal, second is opposite angles are equal, and third we have to prove that the diagonals bisect the triangle. That means triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ACD, and also if we join B and D, then we will get triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CDB. So to prove, how to prove? So for this what we will do, we will join this parallelogram. Alright, A and C we will join. Now prove. So from the triangle ACD, what we get? From the triangle ACD and ABC, you see the figure, okay? 1 is equals to, can you see 1 is equals to? Why 1 is equals to? Because AB is parallel to DC. So they are the alternate angles. Yes or no? Then angle 3 is equals angle 4. Why angle 3 is equals angle 4? Because BC is parallel to AD. Yes or no? That is why they are the alternate angles, and also this AC is common for both the triangles. Yes or no? So from this what we can say, that these two triangles are congruent. How? Because from the ASA conditions of congruent, that means angle side angle. You can see in the figure that, see this angle 1, 4 and this common. So angle side angle, from these conditions of congruent we can say that triangle ABC is equals congruent to angle ACD. Alright. So if they are congruent, then what will happen? Therefore corresponding parts of triangle are equal. That means all the parts are equal only. Therefore AB is equals DC and BC is equals AD. Proved. That means opposite sides are equal. And also angle B is equals angle D. That also is a part, corresponding part of the two triangles. Now what we have already, we have see angle 1 is equals angle 2. That is the alternate angle. Yes or no? And we have also seen that angle 4 is equals angle 3. That also alternate angles. Yes or no? So if we add these two equations, what we get? Angle 1 plus angle 4 is equals angle 2 plus angle 3. Yes or no? So that means 1 plus 4 means what? Angle A. So angle A is equals angle C. So in that way we can angle A is equals angle C, and similarly if we join B and D, then we will get angle B also is equals angle D, and the same way we can say also angle A, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CDB. So all the things are true. Hence each diagonal bisects the parallelogram into two congruent parts. This is proved. Okay, this is theorem number 1. Next come to theorem number 2. What is said? That the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So let us see how the diagonals bisect. So what we will do? Parallelogram already is there. That means what? AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. That already we know. Yes or no? And when we join these two, so this diagonal intersect each other at 0, O. Okay, at the point O they are intersecting. So what we have to prove? The diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. That means OA is equals OC and OB is equals OD. That we have to prove. Alright. So now what we can do? Now to prove that, what we'll do? We will take these two triangles. That means triangle OAB and triangle OCD. We will consider. So what we can see? Angle 1 is equals angle 2. Why? They are the alternate angles because AB is parallel to DC. Yes or no? Similarly, angle 3 is equals angle 4. Why? Because AD is parallel to BC. They are also alternate angles. Yes or no? And also what we know? That AB is equals DC. Yes or no? Because parallelogram already we have seen the opposite sides are equal. So AB is equals DC. So what do we get? Once again, ASA. From ASA, conditions of congruency, we can say these two triangles are congruent. So if these two are congruent, then also automatically corresponding parts are equal. That means OA is equals OC and OB is equals OD. So if all these are equal, then what we can say? That the diagonals of parallelogram bisect. Alright, bisect means what? In equal two parts. Clear? Next come to theorem number 3. What is the theorem? If a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel. One pair did not say that all the pairs. That means both the pairs did not say. Only one pair of the opposite sides are equal and parallel. Then we have to prove that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So to prove that, what we need to know? We also have to see whether AD is parallel to BC or not. Yes or no? If we can prove that AD is parallel to BC, because already it is given AB is parallel to DC. Yes or no? So if we can prove that AD is parallel to BC, then it will automatically is a parallelogram, because in parallelogram all the opposite sides equal and parallel. Yes or no? But in the question what is given? One pair is given, another pair did not say. So we have to find, we have to see, we have to prove that AD is parallel to BC. So for this, what we will do? Once again, we will construct. We will join B and D. Alright. If B and D join, that means this is a diagonal. Yes or no? So now, what are the two triangles you can see in the figure? ABD and BCD. Yes or no? So if we can prove that these two are congruent, automatically this AD is equals BC will come. Yes or no? Angles also will come equal. So ABD and BCD, compare this. So AB is equals DC. As per the question it is given one pair. Okay, then angle ABD, that means this angle ABD is equals CDB. CDB, that means your this angle is equals this angle. Why? Because DC is parallel to AB, so alternate angles. Yes or no? Now in the both the triangles BD is common. So what we get? Once again you see angle, side, angle. Or what? Sorry, what we get? This is side. Side AB is equals DC. Side, angle. Angle is what? Angle 1 is equals angle 2. So side, angle, side. That means from SAS, condition of congruency, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Now if these two already we proved that these two are congruent. Now if these two are congruent, then what comes? Then BC becomes is equals to AD. Yes or no? And also this angle, angle 3 becomes equal to angle 4. Yes or no? Angle 3 will become equal to angle 4. But if these two are equal, what are these angles? These are the alternate angles. If these are the alternate angles, then that means BC is parallel to AD. So proof. BC is parallel to AD also. BC is equal to AD also. That means this quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. In this way we do the theorem. Okay. In theorem question will be given. So to prove that we need to construct somewhere you need to construct, somewhere may not need. And then from whatever is given we need to find the rest. These are the main three theorems of parallelogram. Okay. Next come to your rectangle. So rectangle is what? Rectangle is also a parallelogram. Alright. So parallelogram is when it will be called a rectangle if one of its angle is 90 degree. So if this is 90 degree, any one angle is 90 degree, means right angle, then this parallelogram will be called as rectangle. So if rectangle is a parallelogram, that means all the properties of parallelogram is with the rectangle. Same as rectangle. Rectangle is having the same property of parallelogram. Yes or no? Along with that, some additional properties are there. So let us see what are those additional properties. So property number 1. All the interior angles of rectangle are 90 degree. That means interior angle means inside the closed figure those angle. That means angle B, angle C, angle D, all these are right angle. Alright, rectangle. Then property 2 is diagonals of rectangle are equal in length. That means AC, this is the one diagram, AC is equals BD. Property 3 is what? Diagonal of rectangle bisect each other. That means what? They all. That means AO is equals OC, OB is equals OD. Alright, that is about your rectangle. So these are the properties of rectangle. Next comes your what is called rhombus. Rhombus is another quadrilateral. So rhombus is also a parallelogram. So parallelogram, when it will be called as rhombus? If two adjacent sides are equal. Because in rhombus all the sides are equal to each other. All the sides are, rhombus is a square, actually square, inclined square. Alright. In square, all the sides are equal. As you all know, rhombus, all the sides are also equal, but it is in a inclined. In square, the angles are also 90 degree. Alright, interior angles are 90 degree, but in rhombus it is not so. So, parallelogram is called a rhombus if two adjacent sides are equal. That means, if suppose which are the adjacent side? AB is equals BC. These two are adjacent. Similarly, BC is equals DC. Yes or no? Similarly, DC is equals DA. So means what? That means all the sides are equal in length in rhombus. Okay, so all the property of parallelogram surely will be there with the rhombus. With that, some additional properties. So which are those additional properties? See, all the sides of rhombus are equal in length. Parallelogram, all the sides are not equal, yes or no? But here in rhombus, all the sides are equal in length. Then property 2 is what? The diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree, right angle. That means this is OA. Okay, OD is perpendicular to OA. That means BD is perpendicular to AC. Alright, then these angles are 90 degree. Okay, so diagonals bisect each other. That means here also OA is equals to OC, OB is equals to OD. But along with that, they bisect each other at 90 degree. Alright, property number 3. Each diagonal of a rhombus bisect the angles at two vertices. Even they bisect the angles also. That means here OB, you can see OB, this is one diagonal. Yes or no? BD is the diagonal. It bisect the angle also. That means this BD bisect angle B and also bisect angle D. Similarly, AC bisect angle A and it also bisect angle C. Alright, that is property number 3. Next come property number 4. What is given? The diagonals of a rhombus form 4 congruent triangles. 4 congruent triangles means what? All these triangles are congruent only. Yes or no? Why you see? Because all are equal only. Already we have seen OA is equals OC. OB is equals OD. Because they are bisecting. Then what is there? AB is equals DC. BC is equals AD. All are equal only inside. That means all they eat this diagonals form 4 congruent triangles. Alright, this is all about rhombus. Next comes your square. What is square? Now square is also a quadrilateral. It is also a parallelogram. What is the difference between square and rhombus? In square, this you see, here also adjacent sides are equal. So square is what? If two adjacent sides of rectangle are equal. Because in rectangle, adjacent sides are not equal. Yes or no? If we draw rectangle, what is rectangle? This length and breadth are there. Yes or no? Where this is rectangle. In rectangle, these adjacent sides are equal. No. So that is only the difference between square and rectangle. In square, two adjacent sides are equal. So if two adjacent sides of a rectangle are equal, then it is called a square. Rectangle also inside interior angles are what? 90 degree. Square also interior angles are what? 90 degree. Yes or no? So along with rectangles properties, some other properties. So extra properties of square. So property, all the sides of square are equal in length. You already know. Then diagonals of a square are equal in length. Diagonals, they are also equal in length. Alright. That means AC is equals BD. Diagonals are equal in length. And property 3. Diagonals of square bisect each other at right angles. That means here also AC is perpendicular to BD. AC is perpendicular to BD. Alright. This is all about the properties of the square. Next come fourth number property. What is the fourth property of square? Diagonals of a square form 4 congruent triangles. As in the rhombus also we have seen, no? then they form four congruent triangles. And property 5, each diagonals of square bisect through which it passes, same as rhombus we have seen, no? The diagonal, they bisect the angles also through which they passes. Like AC is, suppose if I draw the square, this is square. Okay, so this is A, B, C, D. So this bisect the angles also. AC bisect angle A also, angle C also. BD, this is another diagonal, bisect angle D also, angle B also. So that is the fifth property. Okay, through which it passes, they bisect those angles also. Clear? And then is your another quadrilateral is trapezium. What is trapezium? So if a quadrilateral in which one pair of sides are parallel. In parallelogram we have seen all the opposite sides are parallel. But in trapezium only one pair is parallel. Okay, then that is called trapezium. Like what? AB is parallel to DC. You can see in the figure also. Do AD is parallel to BC? No. So those opposite sides which are not parallel to each other, they are called oblique sides. What are they called? They are called oblique sides. Now, as AB is parallel to DC, so what we can say? That angle A plus angle D. That means sum of this interior angles, okay? One side, the parallel side, the parallel side, angle A plus angle D is 180 degree. Supplement to each other. Yes or no? This, and then angle B plus angle C, that is also 180 degree. Why? Because AB is parallel to DC. Alright. Next comes your what is called isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium means if already one pair is parallel, we know that. Okay. But if these oblique sides are equal in length. Alright. If this oblique side, that means if AD becomes equal to BC, then that is called isosceles trapezium. Isosceles means, isosceles triangle, Isosceles triangle means what? Where the two sides are equal. Yes or no? Any two adjacent sides are equal in isosceles triangle. So similarly in isosceles trapezium, those oblique sides, if these oblique sides are equal in length, then that is called isosceles trapezium. So what is the property of isosceles trapezium? So the base angles of isosceles trapezium are equal. Which are the base angles? Like angle A is equals angle B. Angle D is equals angle C. Okay, these are the base angles. Angle A is equals angle B. Angle D is equals angle C. So base angles are equal. Then property 2, diagonals are equal. Alright, in isosceles, these diagonals are also equal. Because oblique sides are equal, you see, if I draw this trapezium, you see these oblique sides also equal. So what will happen? These diagonals are also equal in length. Yes or no? So diagonals are equal. Next is kite. You know how to draw kite. What type of kite looks? This is kite. Okay, so kite is the trapezium only, no? So what is there here? Kite. You see about kite. AD is equals DC. Okay, and AB is equals BC. So property 1 is what? Property 1 is diagonals of a kite are perpendicular to each other. These two are the diagonals. AB and BD are the diagonals. They are perpendicular to each other. Alright. That means AC is perpendicular to BD. Or BD is perpendicular to AC. That is property 1. And property 2 is what? The diagonals are either the diagonals, these are the diagonals on either side of which the adjacent sides are equal. We have seen AD is equals BC. So this is the opposite side of this diagonal. So diagonal on either side of which the adjacent sides are equal, they bisect the other. That means what? This BD bisects AD. That means if this is the bisector, then AO is equals OC. Who is making this kite? Who is making this diagonal into two halves? This BD. So BD is bisecting AC. Alright. So the diagonals on either side of the adjacent sides are equal. Okay. That means what? Angle A is equals angle C, because this is bisector. And BD is bisecting whom? Angle, which one BD is bisecting? This ABC it is bisecting, and whom? ADC it is bisecting. Alright, this is all about all the properties of quadrilateral. So with these all properties, you will complete exercise 1B up to question number 6. Up to question number 6, all the properties are given. So you have to this fill in the blanks is there, then true false is there. Okay, parallelogram, quadrilateral, what are given? Rhombus, all which I have discussed. So till 6 number you will complete after watching this video. Thank you, class.